Hi, welcome to Rose Opal Knits, a crafty channel. Hey, how you doing? Welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much for visiting again with me. And if you're new, I hope you stick around and you enjoy everything that I have here to talk about. So I'm going to get right into the, no, I'm not. I want to get right into the crafty stuff, but I will say this. So Rose Opal Knits is a crafty channel. My daughter-in-law and I are the hosts of this channel, and we enjoy lots of different crafty things. Uh, but my daughter-in-law does not cross stitch, so I generally do the cross stitch portion by myself. So here I am. And but we also discuss knitting and crochet and anything else crafty that we enjoy. So this is my February update. It's been about a month since my last update. So I'm just going to talk about what I worked on in January and my plans for February. So now we're going to get into the crafty goodness. So I had 4 projects out for the month of January, and I had said that my goal was to try to get 12 hours or finish into those projects, and I didn't get anywhere near 12 hours individually into a project. Actually, I only was able to stitch for about 15 hours total time. You know, I only have so much free time and I have lots of hobbies, so but still have progress, and I am happy to share that with you today. I have to be completely honest with you. I have a mess in front of me because this is the second time I'm recording this. The first time I recorded it, the video was lost. So I don't know what happened to it, but I can't find it. So here we go. I'll talk about the project that I spent the least amount of time on. Oh, I dropped it. Okay, I spent 30 minutes on this project. It is a dimensions kit on plastic canvas. And I still have thread on a needle. That's just what I do. And I will have before pictures. And this is where I am. So just a little bit of progress, but progress is progress, so I still wanted to show it. All right. This is one of the projects that is going away. I will not be working on it in February because I'm just really not interested in stitching anything Christmassy at this time. So the next project that I'm going to talk about is this Luca S kit that I have been stitching for my daughter. She celebrated her 6th birthday in October, and the stitching was complete by her birthday, but the back stitching was not. So I've been working on the back stitch slowly, and this month I gave this project 4 hours, all back stitch time. I'll pop a before picture up. And this is where it is now. And I love the way the back stitch just brings it to life. It just looks so good. So I did make a couple changes to this. I added 2 extra candles on the cake. There were 4 candles. I added 2 more, so there would be 6 to represent her 6th birthday. I also swapped out the kit fabric, which was an white Aida, for this Murano Pink Splash 32 count that I got from Hobby Lobby. You can see the pink spots on it. And I left off a flower down here under her skirt, and that's where I'm going to put my daughter's name and the year. The year of her 6th birthday, not this year. So it'll say 2022. But this really needs probably maybe an hour, hour and a half at the most. And it'll be finished. Okay, the next project that I worked on it for 4 hours and 25 minutes. It is my oldest project. I still have thread on a needle. But it is a dimensions kit. It's over 20 years old. My sister-in-law had purchased it at like the local AC Moore and asked me to stitch it for her. And I said I would. And I've talked about this before. I lost the chart and I lost all the thread and I thought it was a lost cause, but I ended up finding the chart last year, and then I just bought DMC to try to match it up as well as I could so that I could still finish it and present it to her hopefully within the next year or so. So the progress that I made was up in here in this leaf. I added this stem. I did a little bit down here in the acorn. I did a little bit over here in these seed pods. And then I did some more in this leaf here. I usually stitch Ada in hand, but this Ada is so flimsy and so old. I was just losing threads off the side and the bottom and the top. And I thought if I put it in my nurge hoop and then roll it up and hold it secure with these, I'd lose less threads, and that was true. But this project is going away in February. I'll talk about that in plans. All right. So the last project that I worked on in February is by Blackbird Designs, Dear Daughter, and this is the new chart that I am stitching for my daughter. It's my first Blackbird's design, actually. And I had put it away, so let me pull it back out. And this is where I am. So my daughter's name is Mary Rose, so I put an M and an R in that pot, and I put the year that she was born, 2016. And now I'm just working on finishing the pot, and then I'll start the flowers. This fabric is a 32 count Belfast linen from Forbidden Fiber Co. in the Forest Fairy color. And I am using all the suggested DMC that is on the Blackbird Designs Dear Daughter chart. There's that. Okay. Oh, I didn't say this, but all the information of the projects that I talk about will be listed in the description box below. All right, let's go into plans for February. So like I had said, for January, I had decided that I was going to try to get 12 hours into each project that I pull out. I have realized that that's too much time. I don't have that much time to put into them before I feel like I want to work on other projects. So I've switched it up a little bit, and now I'm going with monthly themes, and I'm only going to talk about 1 month at a time. So it's February 2nd today, so I'm going to talk about my February theme, and my February theme, of course, is love. So I have decided to work on projects that I am stitching for people that I love or was gifted to me by my love, my husband. So let me show you those. Try not to sound too cheesy, but you know, it kind of is. So I am keeping out the Blackbird Designs Dear Daughter. I just showed it to you, but obviously I'm stitching it for my daughter, whom I love, and so it's gonna stay out. And I just I love working on it. So every time I pull it out and I give it a little bit of time, it just makes me happy. So this one's staying out. And then I said this in last month's, but if you didn't watch it, my husband gifted me two cross stitch kits for Christmas, and he doesn't give me crafty things. He's a very practical gift giver. So I was very touched that he took the time and looked for, something that he liked, he thought I would like. So I started them on January 1st and then put them away. So they have two very small starts, but I'm pulling them out in the month of February, and they're going to receive some of my time this month. So the first one I want to talk about is this Dimensions kit. It's called Holding Hands, and I'm using all the kit materials. So I will show you my small start. I started in the center on their hands. So that's it. It's on 14 count ivory Aida, and of course I'm using all the kit threads. So there's that. And the other kit my husband gave me was this Jan Lin kit. And it's called Joy in the Journey. And I believe it's on 14 count Aida as well. Yep, 14 count Aida. They're both 14 count Aida products. And I will stitch on anything. I'm fine. And some projects I think require a specific fabric, and then other projects you can kind of, mess around with and use different fabrics. So these were kits. They came with the fabric, and I'm going to use the fabric. So let me show you my very small start on this one. I think this is where it is. So right there in the center, they're both center starts. All right. And the final project that I pulled out for the month of February is my focus on a finished piece. So every month I'm going to try to have a piece that I can either finish or get close to a finish, because I'm pretty close to a finish. And if I don't finish it that month, I'll carry it into the next month until it gets finished. So since the Luca S kit that I'm stitching for my daughter will be finished, like I plan on working on it later today and either finishing it today or tomorrow, I decided to pull out this pattern by Silver Creek Samplers, Winterful Friends. It's a fairly small pattern, and I think I can finish it fairly quickly. And I'll show you my progress. So there, that's where I am. So like I said, it's not, there's still quite a bit of stitching. That snowman's not, super tiny, but it's not a ton of stitching either. This is a Charles Craft even weave, I believe. I think it's 28 count, and I dyed it myself with RIT dyes. I used a blue, a gray, and a green and just kind of mixed them. And you can see, I guess I should be using my board. You can see a little bit of modeling in it, or color variation. And I am not using the suggested threads. The design calls for Gast, Weeks Dye Works, 1 DMC. So I'm not using what's called for. I substituted all my own threads, and I'll go through those very quickly. So I am using Forbidden Fiber Co. chalkboard, Color and Cotton Woolen, Color and Cotton Lima Bean, Color and Cotton Balsam, Color and Cotton Bronze, DMC 838. Color in Cotton Glazed Carrots. And Color in Cotton Carmine. All right, so that's it. Not very long, pretty quick. But if you made it to the end, thank you for watching and deciding to spend some time with me to talk about cross stitch. And if you're new and you enjoyed it, and you also like knitting and crochet, consider subscribing. I do plan on having one cross stitch update a month towards the beginning of the month. So, all right. See ya. Bye.